Ever wondered why Formula One drivers choose their own race numbers? Race numbers have nothing to do with the driver's name. All Formula One drivers choose a permanent race number throughout their F1 career. So what does it all mean? In this video is everything you need to know about how 2023 F1 driver race numbers are chosen, and why some drivers use the same number year after year, while others keep switching them around. First up, not everybody can change their numbers. In Formula One, each driver has a unique race number. This idea was established by the championship in 2014 in order to boost fans' familiarity with the drivers on the track. Previously, starting numbers were assigned depending on the final rankings of the preceding World Championship. Only the World Champion for the next season has the option of changing his number. He is given the option of replacing his permanent number with the number 1. All other drivers must adhere to their assigned number. Many drivers have a narrative behind the selection of each number. It might be their lucky number, or they have fond recollections of it. Possibility of Max Verstappen driving with number 1 in 2023. Max Verstappen, the current world champion, has decided to stay with the number 1 for the 2023 Formula One season. Immediately after winning the championship in Abu Dhabi in 2021, the Red Bull driver indicated that he would alter his regular number 33, and has done so again after winning his second title. If he is no longer the world champion, he said he could always return to number 33. Sebastian Vettel was the final driver to wear the number 1 in 2014. In future years, the championship was won by Lewis Hamilton, who stayed with his number 44, or Nico Rosberg, because the German hung up his helmet immediately after winning the world championship. No driver could wear the number 1 in 2017. Also, Max Verstappen chose the number 33. Max Verstappen raced in Formula One as number 33 throughout the years, leading up to his first world championship. The reason for this pick is simple. The Dutchman considered number 3 to be a lucky number when he was younger. Verstappen intended to use it in Formula One, but Daniel Ricciardo already took the number, so he selected the number 33 for double enjoyment. Max narrated how he raced around with his number as a youngster, and then he thought it would be great to use the number 33 in Formula One as well. Max narrated this while posting a photo of an electric toy car he drove around his family's yard. Previously, in the European Formula 3 Championship, the Dutchman raced as number 30, and on his debut for Toro Rosso, he used number 38. The 2023 Formula One driver numbers and the story behind their selection. Lando Norris gave his McLaren the number 4. He claimed there was no tale beyond choosing the number. However, it corresponds to the hashtag Lando, although it isn't a number he had used in all racing classes. Norris is a huge admirer of MotoGP superstar Valentino Rossi and pondered riding his number 46. Still, he didn't want to be a copycat, so he went with the number 4. Number 10 is AlphaTauri driver Pierre Gasly. The Frenchman won the Formula Renault 2.0 Eurocup in 2013 with that number, and is a great follower of player Zinedine Zidane, who used to wear number 10 for France. Sergio Perez drives an automobile with license plate number 11. Football, not racing, is where it all began. The Mexican supports Club America, particularly former player Ivan Zamorano. As a fan of the player, Sergio claimed to have loved how he played, which made him choose the number to race with. Fernando Alonso drives for Alpine F1. On July 14, 1999, at the age of 14, he won the World Karting Championship with the number 14. "I knew number 14 was my number from that moment," he stated. In Formula One, Charles Leclerc drives the number 16 car. On October 16, 1997, the Ferrari driver was born. His first choice was the lucky number 7, but Kimi Raikkonen had already taken it. Next, Leclerc desired number 10, but it was already in the hands of his dear friend Pierre Gasly. He chose the number 16 after some easy math, because 1 plus 6 equals 7, according to him. Lance Stroll has adorned his Aston Martin with the number 18. With this racing number, he won the Italian Formula 4 Championship in his early career. Furthermore, he made his Formula One debut with Williams soon after turning 18 years old. Kevin Magnussen wears the number 20 in F1 because it is the number he used to win the Formula Renault 3.5 Series Championship in 2013, the year before making his F1 debut with McLaren. Alexander Albon retains the number 23, which he used in the early stages of his F1 career. This is a famous number in the world of sports. Basketball stars LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and footballer David Beckham all wore this number at some point in their careers. Albon, like teammate Lando Norris, is a huge Valentino Rossi admirer. In karting, the British Thai competed with the number 46, but in F1, he chose half of that number. Cho Guan Yu has chosen the number 24. Timo Glock last used this number in 2012. The Chinese driver selected this number as a tribute to basketball great Kobe Bryant, of whom he is a huge admirer. Bryant wore the number 24 for the final 2 seasons with the Lakers. Nico Hülkenberg returns to the number 27 vehicle he drove early in his F1 career. The number is already pretty well known in F1, having been worn to great success by Gilles Villeneuve, as well as a handful of other stars like Ayrton Senna and Jean Alesi on occasion. However, according to reports, the German's choice of the number 27 27 has nothing to do with that at all, but it is the addition of the day and month of his birth, August 19th. Esteban Ocon employs the number 31. With such a number, the Alpine F1 driver won his maiden karting championship in 2007. He still considers that year to be one of the greatest of his career. He also made his Formula 1 test debut with Lotus in October 2014, driving the number 31. Yuki Tsunoda chose number 22 for his Formula 1 debut at AlphaTauri. The Japanese driver raced number 11 in his early karting days and intended to use that number in Formula 1 as well, but Sergio Perez already had that start number. Tsunoda used twice the number and got the number 22. Lewis Hamilton, the 7-time Formula 1 champion, drives the number 44 car. The Briton raced his first kart race with this number, but he didn't know what racing number to choose, so he took the number from his father's license plate at 44. He laid the groundwork for his great career with that number and hence wanted to utilize it in Formula 1. Even though he was allowed to run with the number 1 as world champion, the Briton kept his number 44. Carlos Sainz has assigned his Ferrari the number 55. Sainz in the letter S in his first name is like a 5, and the letter S in his last name is like a 5. Therefore, that makes the number 55. Furthermore, his favorite number is 5, although Sebastian Vettel has already taken it. He rose to number 55 with this self-created word game. Number 63 is used by George Russell. He said that his brother used to race karts with the number 63, so this has always been his family number. With a little imagination, 63 might also be read as GR, the initials of the Mercedes driver. Others perceive it as GB, an abbreviation for Great Britain. Valtteri Bottas drives the number 77 car. Like numerous other drivers, the Finn desired the lucky number 7. However, his countryman Kimi Raikkonen had already grabbed this number. Bottas, as a result, picked number 77, which he smartly put into his own products under the moniker Bo77AS. Oscar Piastri has confirmed that he would race in F1 as the number 81, after using the number sparingly throughout his junior career. Starting with number 11 when karting in Australia, Piastri moved to number 81 as he ascended the karting ladder, since a competitor already had his last race number. When he first began racing in Europe, he used various numbers, but he always raced as number 81 in both the British F4 and the Formula Renault Northern European Cup. Both Nick de Vries and Logan Sargent have yet to declare what race numbers they would wear in their rookie Formula 1 season. The numbers not permitted in Formula 1. Formula 1 drivers are not permitted to use the number 17. This number was being used by Jules Bianchi at the time of his severe accident at Suzuka in 2014. He died as a result of his injuries sustained in the collision. The F1 organization chose to retire this race number as an homage. Also, how long does a driver have the right to an F1 starting number? A driver who departs Formula 1 may keep his former number for up to 2 years in case he decides to return. During this time, no other motorist may use the number. For example, Fernando Alonso may return after a 2-season sabbatical and choose number 14 again, which means Alexander Albon could choose number 23, and Nico Hülkenberg could take number 27. When a driver returns to the track after an extended hiatus, he must choose a new starting number. There you have it. So, what is the best part about being a fan of the 2023 F1 season so far? Also, which 2023 F1 driver race number do you think is the best to use? Let us know in the comments below. Remember to like and hit the subscribe button to not miss out on our great content.